Hello and welcome to Ascension Messages, where we sit in conversation with divine beings, higher consciousness, who have messages for the evolution of our human collective. My name is Samara, and this is episode 10. Today, we will commune with the Lemurians, or beings from the ancient civilization of Lemuria. Ancient in the galactic sense rather than the recorded history sense. There will also be a pick a card reading that I will link in the description card below for messages from the Lemurian collective. If you are new to the podcast, welcome. If you are returning, welcome back. So, just a quick rundown of how this session will work. You will hear me in any one of 3 states, either my personality self, which you are speaking with at the moment, my higher self, or you will be hearing directly from a Lemurian consciousness through me as their channel. So I could be in any one or all 3 of these states throughout the next 25 to 30 minutes. I did a short meditation before we began recording. So I will just read how the Lemurians who have come forward today, how they would like to be introduced, or how they would like to introduce the session. We come today to provide guidance and encouragement. The topic will reveal itself organically. There is much varied information about Lemuria, so we do not want to entangle ourselves in facts and figures. What we offer is that we were masters of divine feminine technologies. So were we schooled, and so we schooled our children. And now that your earth is tipping from its patriarchal era into one of greater balance and harmony between masculine and feminine energies, we seek to reawaken latent information. Information that has been hidden until humanity is ready to receive it. You do not have to start from scratch. Many of you are old souls who walked among us, and many of you have gifts to perceive this ancient wisdom in places we have hidden them, encoded them. One of the most known vehicles of our knowledge and wisdom you call Lemurian seed crystals or Lemurian quartz. For a long time, humanity was not ready to receive. Much of the divine feminine attributes were mocked, persecuted, and demeaned. Now, gradually but surely, more and more of you in male, female, or neutral gender identity bear witness, testify, and willingly embody the power of the feminine energetic stream. For this reason, we are here to reinforce this upswing in consciousness. Now our session may begin. So I do have a couple oracle decks and a tarot deck just to guide and ground the session into physical reality for me. Keeps me in this room and not floating away in the cosmos. So let me pull the first card. Okay, we already have, that was very quick. And I'll take the bottom one as well. We have cosmic self. You are a cosmic being. Stay confident in your truth. And we also have vision of unity. Focus on the light, right to see, releasing illusion, pineal activation. Many of you are becoming increasingly aware of your multidimensional nature. You are increasingly aware that you've had lifetimes beyond this lifetime. And you are increasingly aware that you, your soul, may not be only living your current earth reality. For some of you, this discovery may be very unsettling. But for many of you, it's reassuring and empowering. Many of you, depending on your environment, your living situation, your life circumstances, may feel out of place with this expanded knowledge, this expanded awareness of yourself. Be not discouraged, nor give into the illusion that something is somehow wrong in that moment, in these moments. That somehow you are floating away from the mainstream reality. Do not beg for quote-unquote normalcy. Your normal no longer functions. Your so-called normal. And that normal that you are moving away from, the binary 3D reality, is a limited reality. You are a limitless being. Seek not a limited reality. So, I feel here that I'm going to pull tarot. I'm just going to pull tarot. I feel that that's what I'm going to do. We have the Chariot in reverse and the Eight of Cups in reverse. The conversation will continue. A lot is coming at once. So I need a moment to ground my energy. So, there is a tension between the past and the impending future. And that tension, we're standing in it in the present moment. No matter when you're listening to this, we trust that it comes to you at a time that it is relevant to you. standing in a corridor, if you will, standing between a familiar past and an unfamiliar future. The sensation of expansion can be very unnerving, especially when we are experiencing that in isolation. If you are not around others who have a similar experience or are having a similar experience. And even while that may be comforting, if no one knows what's going on, that can also be unsettling as well. What I have here with the Chariot in reverse on the Vision of Unity and the Eight of Cups in reverse on the Cosmic Self is that there is still within many of us a resistance, which is not so much, it's partially a resistance and it's partially there's still they tell me to take another card. I have the Tower in the upper right. There are still things that need to be deconstructed and dealt with. So it's many of us are avoiding making tough decisions, ones that change our reality drastically or change our physical lives drastically. And we are at this, so on the Tower card, they're pointing me in this particular card to, it has the new moon on one side and the full moon on the other side. So can we speak to that? Unity. Unity is more than holding hands across the globe. Unity is that which occurs within the self. Unity between the parts that you love about yourself and the parts that you dislike about yourself. Unity between masculine and feminine energies. Between your light self and your shadow self. There is a need to release judgment of the self and engage in what you term radical self-love, radical acceptance. There are constructs around you that will not and cannot feed your future, not the one that you hold in your highest vision, not your highest timeline, not the highest timeline for you as an individual or you as a collective. Therefore, how long will one wait for the change to occur outside of them, rather than taking the change into their own hands? It requires both the power of your visualization and the acting in the physical reality. Harnessing your vibration and being moved by your intuition, intuitive action with divine intention. And here they bring me to part of what's on the Vision of Unity card, which says releasing illusion. And it brought me to think about or see feel how many of us convince ourselves that we are content, happy, prosperous, or convince ourselves that this is what life is supposed to be. I do want to make what's the word I'm looking for? Disclaimer that there are some of us who live simple and wonderful lives, but that's not who I'm talking about or who we are talking about in this conversation. It is those that are living below their potential and have boxed themselves into believing that their potential will not be reached in this lifetime. And this is even if that has some or any type of truth to it, when we stop believing in the light, in the better, in improvement, that is when we cease to live. We're no longer alive, living life. I was actually speaking with a philosophical, scientific colleague of mine, and he said, when the organism cease seeking balance, the organism is dead. Yes, we are in a constant balance or dance of seeking equilibrium. And when that dance ends, life is over. And so I feel here that the encouragement is to continue to seek. And the card here says pineal activation. So this is also, for many of you listening, a confirmation that you have psychic gifts, clairvoyance, clairsentience, clairaudience. I think there's a few, clairolfactance. There's other clairs as well, or at least one more. That those are to be developed. And once you see, you cannot unsee. Once you know, once you allow your gifts to be, they can no longer not be. And this is why the tower presents itself as well. The change is imminent. For many of you, it's fated. You are meant to awaken at a certain time, awaken to your multidimensionality, awaken to your gifts, awaken to the perception of an expanded perception of reality. And this tower is necessary in order to move from the past and into the future. Okay, I'm going to pull 2 more cards as we draw this session to a close. And this is, they're prompting me to say, sit in the background. Intuitive gifts are feminine energy. Intuition is feminine energy. Receiving, being a vessel to receive, is feminine energy. And this mastery of that being part of how we navigate life, how we perceive situations, how we perceive our surroundings, how we are guided to what to do next in life, what to do with our day, right? How to be aligned with our soul purpose and our destiny. That is a stream of wisdom that we are becoming more open to embracing as normal, a new normal to everyday life. And there was a time when tarot readers and people who channeled messages from extraterrestrial beings or mediums were all, hocus pocus and made fun of, right? And thought of as fraudsters and shysters and con artists. And now look at the sheer number of readers and channelers are on social media, for example. And that, so if we just look at that evolution between, let's say, in the past 40 years, imagine where we will be in another 40 years. Okay, they're prompting me to flip over these cards now. It was 22:22 on the timer just now. Be a little different once this goes online. But yeah. So we have card 13, Goddess of Balance, Equality. And card 7, the Cosmic Enchantress, Wishcraft. What would we like to say about these final 2 oracle cards? It is as this channel described. Constant dance, constant seeking of balance between what we know and what we do not yet know, between what is seen and what is unseen, between what we do and what we be. This is equilibrium. This is unity. No one exists without the other, as is in your world of polarity as well. We stress the power of your pineal gland, what you term the third eye. Many of you are being illuminated at this time. And what you think about, you bring about. You are a magical creator. And although we know you fear destruction of systems, routines, lifestyles that you have created, containers you have created for yourself. Know that your evolving, expanded self will not fit into these containers. Their destruction is necessary for your further creation. Do look to the future with positivity, and do use the power of your ever-expanding mind to create the future you would like to experience, to create the future you have always wanted for yourself and for others. We leave you now. And wish you well. So that is the end of our session. Do like and subscribe, and I am also available for personal readings. That is down in the description box. So I wish you all the best. Until next time, take care, be well, and stay blessed. Bye for now.